I'm seeing Yankee fans melt down.
This is your second call out of Yankee fans this week. Well, the first call out had to do with Joey Gallo, right?
Yeah. So Joey Gallo, there was an article in the New York Post.
God, Joey, stop.
Where he is, and I'll just get this real quick.
For your own good, bro. Just stop talking about New York.
He's devastated apparently over how his time in New York went. Where he had he was hitting like 186 this year's hitting like 186, but so that's rebounded for him. But he says he's sad about how he played there, and he grew up a fan of the team. All he wanted to do was play well, and I mean the fans just destroyed him. And he's like, I want to play there again, but I'll never have a chance to.
Yeah.
It's like I missed my chance, and it's like, okay,
I didn't grow up dreaming of the Rangers or watching Rangers games. It was all about New York and the Yankees, and I'll never be able to live this down for the rest of my life.
Yeah. So I saw this article, and it made me think of the Cowboys because there's so many parallels between the Yankees and the Cowboys with how the organizations are run. And I remember Jerry was like a big, him and George were very, very close, and at least professionally close. And they started the company together, Legends Entertainment, and they both opened their stadiums at the same time. And there was a lot of conversation between the two regarding that. And I'm just thinking to myself, man, what's happening now is I'm scared it's going to happen here when Jerry's no longer here, because the kids will run the things, and the kids are not their old man. George was a gunslinger, Jerry's a gunslinger, and the kids are like I don't want to say that George and Jerry are like college men, but they're like yeah, business people. We're buttoned up. We don't have that same thing, and this is all happening because these dopey Yankee fans are all bent out of shape because the Yankees are going to put this patch on their jersey. All right. And it's Star Insurance, which, by the way, if you're like 4 or 5 teams, you can't just go with any company. You have to go like the Cowboys and the Lakers and the Celtics and the Yankees, to me, can't just sit there and put any logo on their jersey. It has to be an equally legendary company. AT&T, General Electric, some American Airlines, whatever, right? Not Star Insurance that nobody's heard of. Can't do that. But they did it. They bought it. They sold it. But
Mr. Electric.
Yep. This is what happens, though, when you have somebody who's just worried about the cash and not, and Jerry's number one thing is like the promotion. Promoting the Cowboys. Not necessarily winning, it's promoting the Cowboys. George's all about winning.
But this is a logo on the left arm sleeve.
Yeah.
That is so much better than right there on the chest.
I agree.
It's so much better.
I agree. You can't do anything about the NBA. The NBA is what it is, right? You don't have sleeves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Cowboys in the practice jersey, they've got to wear on the lapel here, right? Right by the shoulder pad.
This is dark. This is dark blue. I think it goes well with the jersey. Kind of, matches with the hat. The dark blue of the Yankees. Yeah. This isn't too bad.
I don't think this is too bad, but this I do think is what happens when the kids take off. I'm scared of this. I'm scared not of the jersey patch. This is not about the jersey patch. It's just about, Steven already is all about the bottom line.
Yeah.
And so are the Steinbrenner kids. They're all about the bottom line. They're not about necessarily, like George is all about winning and the money will follow. And then, Hal is like,
yeah, hey, Hal and Steven are accountants.
They're accountants. Exactly. Yes. They're accountants. And, Jerry he says he would do anything to win. He's more like a promoter. Yeah. He'll do anything to promote.
Yes.
And Steven won't necessarily do that. And the Cowboys brand is never going to go away. But I do wonder, all publicity is good publicity. Does Steven really believe that?
That's a dumb saying.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's basically the majority of publicity. Yeah, the majority of publicity is not always is always good publicity. But I think he's more publicity averse, obviously, than Jerry. Like, just listen to the way they do interviews on this station, like, and the way they handle things differently. Oh, yeah. It's completely different. They're not nearly as he's not nearly as much looking to like get a certain end across. But man, this shouldn't be a surprise there for Yankees fans, or in terms of how Yankees fans were going to react to this, because you remember they're the ones who got all upset about the Nike swoosh getting put on the Yankees jerseys. And I mean, that you just talked about, like, well, it's got to be a big brand, it's got to be a historic. Yeah. What is it? And Nike is that. Yeah. And they still freaked out when you put the Nike swoosh on there. And so I don't know, this is very much still the Hal Steinbrenner, the Mark Davis from Al Davis, like Be careful what you wish for a little bit. Sometimes it's not always better. And I think that whenever the day comes that Steven's running things, I think there will be a good majority of people, and Steven may do a good job controlling everything, but I think there will be a good majority of people that go, Jerry was better than we gave him credit for when he was here. It was better having him in charge than we maybe gave him credit for.